Are you struggling to create enough content to post great stuff every single day? Today, I'm going to walk you through how you can create 30 high quality reels in about 3 hours using simple systems and an AI editing tool. You see, the thing that holds people back is often their ability to create enough good content, whether that is due to a lack of time or a lack of skill. Today, I'm going to remove both of those excuses for you with this formula and this setup so that you can create a ton of great stuff in a short amount of time. Let's get into it. First, if you want to create 30 reels, shorts, TikToks, whatever it's going to be, you're going to need 30 good ideas. What I want you to do is write down on a blank document or blank bit of paper who you're trying to reach and how you help them. For example, you might be a real estate investor who helps people buy their first property. Then I want you to break this topic down into 5 subcategories. So for example, in this instance, you might have saving for a deposit, getting approved for a mortgage, finding the right property, purchasing the property, and then adding value to the property. These might be your 5 steps that you help people through. Then I want you to list down these 6 specific prompts: personal stories, mistakes, myths, how-tos, predictions, and then finally FAQs. Now, if you take each of these 5 subcategories and use the prompts to create 6 pieces of content, that instantly gives you 30 high quality ideas. So you could have personal stories about saving for your first deposit or a client saving for their first deposit. You could have mistakes people make when saving for their first deposit. You could have myths about how to save for a deposit. You could have a how to save for your deposit. You could have a prediction about prices or interest rates or the market or what's happening. You could have the biggest questions you get asked about saving for a deposit. And then you repeat this over the other subcategories. And so then straight away, you've got 30 great ideas, and this will not take you much time at all. In fact, you could have 3 or 4 for each of these. You could have 3 or 4 different strategies for saving a deposit. And if you have 3 or 4 of each of these, all of a sudden you've got hundreds of ideas, but let's keep it simple for now. Now, this should take you no more than 20 to 30 minutes if you know your industry well. Then for the next 30 to 40 minutes, you're going to jot down the key points of information around each of these that you're going to be sharing in your content. This could be the little bits of advice, little examples, case studies, little things that you've learned, maybe some stats in there. And this takes us an hour or so into the process, and you've got 30 high quality ideas. The second phase of this is going to be filming. So you want to sit down in front of the camera and simply record. Before you get too fancy with your setups, simply start, record some stuff, and then you can improve it each time. Don't overthink it before you start creating to the point where you don't make anything. The aesthetics of it can be improved in future, but for now, you just want to start, get the fundamentals right, and just make sure what you're giving away in the content is actually good. Find some natural lighting, wear a nice shirt, put a couple decorations in the background, and if you can afford to get a mic for a couple $100 or so, then I'd suggest you do that as well. Film it with your iPhone, it is more than enough to start out. And in fact, a lot of big accounts you probably follow on Instagram still only film with their iPhone. Now, the more experience you have with this, the faster it will come. For me to shoot 30 reels like this, it would probably only take me just over 30 minutes. It might take you an hour, it might take slightly more, because when you're starting out, obviously it's going to be a little bit slower. Once you've done this, you're 2/3 of the way there. And the final phase of this is going to be the editing aspect. So currently I have an editor who handles all my content, both for myself and for clients. However, if you don't have an editor, there's a bunch of different AI tools out there that you should be leveraging to save you time. If my editor's busy and I need to get something done quick, personally, I'll use Submagic. All you have to do is just upload your video footage, to which Submagic will then add in the subtitles automatically for you to make it look crisp. You then select the spacing, the fonts, and the color, and it's done. No more than a minute or so per video. If you have a bit of an accent like myself or some of the clients that I work with, you will want to make sure that you check that the spelling and the grammar is all accurate. There's sometimes where it can be a little bit off with any of the AI tools, and so you want to make sure that's correct. But then after that, it's pretty much good to go. You can choose through pre-selected styles of fonts and text like Ali Abdaal, Alex Hormozi, Mr. Beast. There's a lot of different styles that they've got on there. And I'll leave a link to them below, as well as the discount code that they gave me last time that they sponsored a video on my channel, which again, I'll link below if you need a full proper tutorial of this. So in summary, if you want to create a ton of high quality content in a short amount of time, first write down your target audience and the problems that those people have. Turn this into 30 ideas using the formula that I gave you. Film these with your iPhone in good lighting with a mic if you have one. Just don't overcomplicate the filming aspect of it, because you want to get started and then you can improve. Then use Submagic's AI editing tool to turn it into beautiful content. And within 2 to 4 hours, you can have a ton of high quality content ready to go. And if you're posting every single day and that gives you 30 pieces of content, you've got daily content for your account. Then take this content and post it across Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and LinkedIn. And all of a sudden, you've posted 150 pieces of content in 1 month with 3 or so hours of work plus however long it takes you to schedule that content out, which by the way, you should totally be doing. If you're already going to spend 3-4 hours to create a ton of content, you should spend the extra 30-40 minutes to make sure it gets distributed across more than just one platform. Even if it took you an additional 3 hours to schedule it across 5 platforms, it is well worth it. Because if you just post daily on Instagram and it takes you 3-4 hours a month, or to post daily across every platform and maybe it takes 5 or 6 hours, that's obviously a pretty good return on your time. I've also put together a free course if you want to go and get some more info on growing your audience on social media. So I will link that down below. That's it from me. I will see you in the next one.